Hi, this is Mark Micali. I'm Vice President of Government Affairs of the Nonprofit Alliance, and this is the monthly legislative update. To say the least, a lot's been going on in Washington, including consideration by Congress of multi-trillion-dollar aid packages. In terms of TNPA's priorities, the immediate concern is on the postal front. In fact, on September 13th, an oral argument was held before the Federal Court of Appeals here in Washington, D.C., challenging the Postal Regulatory's granting of authority to the United States Postal Service to raise postal rates in excess of the rate of inflation. The suit filed by the Alliance of Nonprofit Mailers and joined by TNPA as an intervener charges that the Postal Regulatory Commission exceeded its authority under the 2006 Postal Reform Act, which limits postal rate increases to the rate of inflation. The decision of the court is expected later this year or perhaps early next year. If the court rules in our favor, we will be in a very strong position in terms of future rate increases at the rate of inflation. However, we always hope for the best and plan for the worst. And in terms of planning for the worst, Congress is considering postal reform legislation, which has several positive aspects, including moving postal retiree health care costs from the Postal Service to Medicare, where most retiree costs reside. However, the current postal reform bill does not include language limiting future rate increases. And to that end, TNPA has been working hard in both the House and Senate to see if such language can be included in the bill. Let me now shift to the tax front, where there's been a lot going on. We have some good news. We're now up to 14 co-sponsors on the Universal Charitable Deduction bill. This is the legislation of Senator James Lankford, Republican, Oklahoma, and Chris Coons, Democrat, Delaware. And it's very important that we move on this legislation because the current Universal Charitable Deduction expires at year end, December 31st. We are confident Congress will extend the universal deduction, and we're going to continue to work very hard on that front. Also in the tax area, we're working on expanding the IRA charitable rollover. Legislation was reported out of the House Ways and Means Committee earlier this year to expand the IRA charitable rollover, and more recently, we've been working in the Senate. In fact, our CEO, Shannon McCracken, participated in a meeting with senior staff of the top Republican on the Senate Finance Committee, Senator Mike Crapo, Republican, Idaho, and then a few days later participated in a meeting with the chairman of the Finance Committee, Senator Ron Wyden, Democrat, Oregon, and the meeting was very positive in terms of expanding the IRA charitable rollover as an important vehicle for the nonprofit sector. Before signing off, I have to give a quick update on the privacy front. The multi-trillion-dollar aid packages have been crowding out much of the activity in terms of potential privacy legislation. However, we continue to work hard on this issue, and we have a number of key allies in the House and Senate on the privacy front, and we will not stop working on this issue. This is something that will probably be a multi-year effort, but having one unified rules of the road for privacy instead of a patchwork quilt of 50 state laws is absolutely a top priority for TNPA.